Hello and welcome back to Cape Corner, where we explore the history, story, and cultural impact of a different character or group every episode. I'm Blue,
And I'm Jordan.
and today we are going to talk about another Power Rangers series, good old Ninja Aluminum. But Blue, it's called Ninja Steel. Well, here's the joke. Steel is a very tough, high-grade, reliable metal, and aluminum is mediocre at best. Just like this show. Um, we had a nice return to quality last time with Dino Charge.
Yep.
Um, Honestly, I'm going to be real. Dino Charge, in my mind, I had somewhere around like the middle of the pack for this, and it wound up in like sixth place for both of us.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just the shock value of going so low with Megaforce right before, but it genuinely was a pretty good show, all things
Yeah, it's
considered.
good.
Um, Unfortunately, the Neo Saban era does go out with kind of a whimper. Again, this show is not as bad as Samurai or Megaforce,
Yeah,
but
not by a long shot.
it's still not great. So now, to be honest, I sort of went through a crash course of history of Power Rangers, like a month or two ago. But as you were telling me before we started recording, you were sick a lot, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
episodes have not been as frequent, and so I've kind of forgotten a bunch of stuff. And I started watching the history of Power Rangers before we started recording again to sort of refresh myself. But there very well might be things that I've forgotten. Um, I hope you will pick up the slack there. And
I sure hope so, because I watched this series like 6 months ago.
here's the thing. This show's very forgettable.
It's
Because
pretty forgettable. It's
not
got the same thing that all of these in a row have, except, is it Sledge? Is that his name? The
yes,
Dino Charge? Yeah, with the exceptions, I had to check, but I at least remembered Sledge. But this goes back to having the problem that Samurai and Megaforce has for me. I have no fucking clue who the villain of this is. I've completely forgotten.
yeah, 90% of the plot in this show is there's a thing we can't beat. Use some of the ninja steel to make a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
And also, my brother's a cowboy, and that's it. There's your
Yeah,
main
also my
plot.
brother's a cowboy!
Um,
I have that in my notes of like, that's like my favorite part of this, is that it's like, you know what? That was actually a good little emotional beat and story. I liked that.
yeah, but other than that, there's very, very little like dramatic through line with the plot.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, at least with Dino Charge, like, as we had more than just the half-hearted attempt of Tyler to find his dad. Um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, which would be mentioned once or twice here or there, but other than that, it never really factored in too much. We had they were trying to find both the the Energems and the Zords,
Mm-hmm.
like as two separate things
Yeah.
oftentimes. And there was just some like really good character driven stuff there, but here it feels very Mighty Morphin, feels very Monster of the Week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but okay, so the premise is, God damn it, we're doing Danny Rand again. The world's greatest ninja is a white guy. Look, I'm all for the idea that we don't need to abide by racial stereotypes, that
Yes.
anyone can be anything, and yes, that includes that
Mm-hmm.
white people can be really good at like Asian or black or whatever kind of you know racially themed things there are.
Mm-hmm.
But it is weird that it's always a white guy, right?
Yeah. That's true.
A white guy is the greatest martial artist. A white guy is the greatest ninja. A white guy is the last samurai. It's just like eventually you start to think, is this racist? Like, it feels racist, but whatever. Um, and so, Mr. Ninja Man, who I'm going to be honest, I don't remember his fucking name. Uh,
No.
he is training his two sons, Adrian, no, Aiden.
Aiden.
Aiden and Brody. I'm sorry, I almost said that they were Adrian and Brody. Aiden and Brody. They they're like little 5-year-olds apparently training to be ninjas. Yeah, I bet that's paying dividends. And uh there's okay, I will spare you. The villain's name is Galvanax.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
he
Cool.
has okay, one of the coolest parts of the premise that they don't do nearly enough with is the fact that he has a fucking game show. They have a
Yeah, that
spaceship.
is an interesting thing this season.
They have a spaceship that hosts a show called Galaxy Warriors, which is basically like Ninja Warrior, I guess, but for like space monsters. It's
Yeah.
dope. It's a great premise. There's like a ringleader guy who wears a fucking top hat and everything, and I wish he was the main bad guy. I think that would have been way more entertaining. Um, but where like, wouldn't it be great if the motivation for the villain was not to take over the Earth and destroy the Earth and destroy the Power Rangers or whatever, but it was literally like, I don't actually have a problem with these Rangers personally, but fucking with them leads to great viewership. So I'm always going to attack them.
Yeah, that is fun.
But no, they do the much lamer, he's just a side character, and the real villain is big, rough, gravelly voice man with the most tremendous shoulder pads anyone's ever seen. And so they're getting ready to attack Earth. So as we have learned from Cosmic Fury, the Morphin Masters made the Ninja Nexus star, and its job is to just fly around and prepare for impending danger. And so I guess it sensed that Galvanax was a threat. So it lands in front of Ninja Man McGee, and he first of all it's coated in metal, and he decided to shave off all the metal. So he now has a box of scrapings of what they will come to call ninja steel. And then the star has a tinier, like little star inside of it, which he pulls out, and it's a big conglomerate star. It's got all the different powers in one thing. And when Galvanax shows up to try and steal it, he blasts Ninja Man, and he uses the star to block the blast, and the energy causes him to morph into a Red Ranger. And after a quick skirmish, he then vanishes, and the star breaks into 6 smaller power stars. And Aiden was sent to hide with the box of ninja steel like a ninja. And Brody got kidnapped by the aliens, and he got taken up to live on the Galaxy Warrior ship for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Which, now that I think about it, I guess what year was the show? It was 2017. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
So what was 2007? That was that Jungle Fury? Because 2005 was
I think 8 is Jungle Fury.
yeah, 7 was fucking shit ass Operation Overdrive.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess
That's really telling that I was like 8 is Jungle Fury and the one before that is Mystic Force. and then my brain went, that doesn't feel right. Let's walk this through. Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, SPD, Mystic Force, Jungle Fury, yeah. And my brain did that like 3 times in a row, and I couldn't find it.
God. It's so bad that it burned a hole in our brains.
My brain like cycled through those shows like 4 times to be like, but that doesn't make sense because I know that Dino Thunder is 04. Like, I just intuitively know that. So SPD is 05 and Mystic Force is 06 and then Jungle Fury is 08. What, did they go off the air in 07? It was like my brain like just panicked for a moment there of being unable to retrieve that information.
Don't worry. Nobody needs to remember Operation Overdrive.
Where did we wind up putting it? Let me go check the records. It is second to last on both of our lists.
Great show. You know what? Top of our lists are a little weird in comparison to each other, but at least the bottom of our lists, we can agree on what sucks the most.
The bottoms are remarkably similar because the bottom, like, they're in a slightly different order, but Megaforce, Operation Overdrive, Wild Force, Samurai, and Turbo are the bottom 5 for both of us. We switch around Samurai, Turbo, and Wild Force, but those are the bottom 5.
That feels right.
And then Mystic Force is 6th to last, and then Lightspeed Rescue is 7th. So our bottom 7 are identical almost, with just a couple of them flipped.
Nice.
Interesting.
Well, we do share a lot of tastes. All right, so, okay, Brody befriends a robot called Redbot.
Oh, right, we're talking about Ninja Storm.
And Kelson Henderson as
Kelson!
I think
he's back!
One of my least favorite versions of him, if I'm being honest, Mick Canick.
That always cracks me up. It's better than Flit.
Yes, he is. I said one of,
okay.
Not the worst.
Let's see. How many Kelson Hendersons do we know so far? We've got Boom, who's the best Kelson Henderson by
Yeti
far.
Boy, Yeti Man.
Yeti Man.
I can't think of his fucking name, but you know who I mean. It's from that shit-ass show we can't remember.
Yeah, Yeti Man. He's pretty fun as Yeti Man. He's Troll Guy. Phineas! Troll Guy. Yeah. Phineas. And, I'm sure he's a bunch of other, like, random one-off, like, voices.
It's probably basic as hell, but I'm sorry. I think Boom is my favorite version of him.
I mean, he's the best Kelson.
He's really great. He's just really optimistic and happy to be a crash test dummy. And, like, do you remember there was a Crash Test Dummies cartoon?
No.
It was strange. There was, because they made a toy line for Crash Test Dummies, and they decided to make a show about it, and I couldn't fucking tell you what the plot was. But anyway, sorry, that's not anything of note. But the point is, I think the part that really solidified that I love Boom is when he's talking to Jack, because Jack is like, being a Power Ranger, whatever, who would want that? And he's like, what is wrong with you? Everyone wants to be a Power Ranger. I would kill to be the Red Ranger. And he's like, Boom, you would kill to be the Pink Ranger. He's like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Boom. I do like that we see his face again this time. This is face acting.
Yeah. It's nice. It's just that his eyebrows are
the eyebrows are weird.
They're about to take off for supersonic speeds. But yeah, so he befriends Mick and Redbot. Redbot has shitty ass jet boots, and Mick can shapeshift to no degree of consequence. Like the from what I recall, the biggest thing he ever does with his shapeshifting is literally when they leave the ship and he turns into a rock to survive the landing.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm like, you are really underutilizing a fantastic power.
Yeah. If you can turn into a rock, you can do lots of cool shit that would be very useful.
Yes. I remember the day I realized how useful shapeshifting was, because as a kid I used to think of it as solely like an espionage kind of thing, and then I was reading like Martian Manhunter's bio, and it was like he has super strength, and I was like, oh, is that just like alien biology? Or they're like, no, he shapeshifts his muscle fibers
Yeah.
to have super strength, and I was like, oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, it depends on what level of shapeshifter you are. Because if you just have like an aesthetic, they can look like any one. It's like, okay, sure. But if it's like you have molecular control of your body and can turn into anything and modify yourself at will, that's insane.
Yes. Yeah, cellular level shapeshifting is broken as hell, and it's a great power.
God tier superpower.
All right, so oh yeah, so they do manage to escape the Galaxy Warrior show. Um, they were going to steal a shuttle, but instead they just dove out the trash chute. Um, and okay, they wound up going to school in this season, and the teacher, or the principal rather, just assumes that Mick is the new shop teacher who previously turned down the role. And she's like, oh,
Fire the principal immediately.
so I guess she never saw what the previous shop teacher looked like, or the candidate rather. She didn't like. They didn't need to do any paperwork for his payroll. She just like, oh, here's a fucking coat, put it on, start teaching. And it's just like, yeah, you're endangering all of these students.
Yep.
Which, speaking of the students, okay, let's get this shit out of the way, because if you guys are like, wow, you're really talking like the plot is super light, but it's just as long of a season as anything else. What could take so much time?
Yeah.
What takes so much screen time away that we can't have a decent plot? And the answer is Victor and Monty.
I actually do like Victor and Monty. Like if you were gonna waste a shit ton of time, that's the thing. I don't like that it's a waste of time. I don't like that they take away from like all of the actual story. But in a vacuum, these two are really fun to watch. It's just there are frequently things that I was genuinely amused by here. If they were toned back to a Bulk and Skull level of presence in the show, I would be like 10 out of 10 total win of comic relief.
Well, the problem is that they also don't function as good a comic relief as Bulk and Skull, because with Bulk and Skull, the main gimmick was slapstick, right? It was Three Stooges-esque. Like Bulk gets a cake thrown on him, or they fall butt first in a trash can and get stuck or whatever.
Yeah, that is fun.
Like, it is that level of stuff. But apparently one of the producers of Ninja Steel was super convinced that gross out humor was the way to go. And so he made Victor and Monty fart a lot.
Oh, I forgot there's a lot of fart humor. I must have just blocked that out of my head. That's just not in my memory. If you remember.
Because like all Power Rangers, they're designed to be able to be watched by kids, right? Yes. But this is the first one in a while that I feel is really made for preschoolers. Like,
yeah,
I get a very distinct jangling keys sensation from this show. That like, while Dino Charge was extremely kid friendly, I didn't feel that. It felt, how do I word it? It felt like it was aiming more for like a 10-year-old kind of thing, but it could be
Sure.
enjoyed by younger kids. Whereas this feels really like it's aimed at 5-year-olds.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true. I blocked out a lot of that stuff. I'm just like, these two actors are really fun to watch, and the arrogant one in particular, I don't remember which one that is,
Victor Vincent.
Victor Vincent. He's really fun. Like he's just fun to look at because his expressions keep cracking me up.
Yeah, he's got a great face for this comedy.
Yeah,
But okay, let so they're gay, right? Like that has to
they're gay.
I've never seen two men in a like master subservient relationship that clearly love each other more since Gaston
hmm
and LeFou.
Yeah, they're gay.
Like they are absolute ride or dies. They're always together. For as apparently popular as Victor is, no one hangs on his coattails other than Monty.
Yeah.
So, uh, God. Okay, look, I just wanted to get them out of the way because they're an insanely huge. Like their presence in the show is way too huge.
They're like a third of each episode, aren't they?
Yeah, there are literally some subplots dedicated entirely to them, and I don't mean like a C or D plot. I mean like the B plot.
Yeah. They are functionally main characters of the show instead of a side gimmick.
Exactly. So I wanted to get that criticism out of the way because look, I'm being a little mean. I do think some of the stuff they do is kind of funny. Um, like even little bits of physical humor, like more subtle. I honestly think the subtler things are the best things they do. Like there's a bit in the start of the show where Preston, who we'll get to in a bit, had his magic show ruined, and they're talking to Sarah, and I think Victor like fell into something, and Monty is standing right outside, and Monty tries to defend it by being like, "Oh, this would be the first time anyone's ever actually enjoyed one of his magic acts." And as he's saying that, Victor like goes to climb out, and he puts his hand down on top of Monty's head and pushes down to lift himself up. So like he just pushes down on Monty as he's in the middle of talking.
Yeah. And
It's
there's
just like
like one where one of them gets like fused into a block of chocolate. And it's like that shit's funny. That's just terribly amusing to me. And the other one's like panicked because they unleash a group of kindergartners to be like, go eat the giant chocolate statue. He's like, no! It's like, that's hilarious.
so. I guess they'll get along really well with TJ.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time that I got cooked into a giant pizza?
Yes, TJ, you did. I fucking love Power Rangers. Man, we've been doing this shit so long that we can just like make these references. That it's just like,
We've
yeah.
been doing this retrospective for years.
All right.
Oh my god.
We should actually start talking about the Rangers.
Alright, so a note that I have here on the general cast that I wrote down is because I like took a couple of notes to just remind myself of vibes to talk about, and it was that this cast is a lot more likable than the cast for Samurai or Megaforce, but they still have that weirdly polished model vibe, like model over actor thing that we've been talking about. But they're a lot more likable than Megaforce or Samurai.
Okay, so there is a note to make real quick about the Yellow Ranger. Apparently, he was a last minute addition.
Interesting.
The actor who plays Calvin. Okay, I can't remember what the deal was. Okay, it was either, and I apologize. It was either that it was just a different guy, and then he became unavailable or something, or I don't know why my brain is saying that this was the case. I could be wrong, but I feel like somebody was trying to push for like a lesbian relationship.
Oh, interesting.
And it didn't it didn't happen, and so they had
Gotta
to.
wait a few more years to do that on television, Power
Yeah,
Rangers.
we did finally get that, so that's nice. But yeah, I guess they chickened out and wound up scrambling to find a guy instead.
That's interesting. I
Again,
wonder if that's true. That's
I
very interesting.
apologize if I have that wrong. Remember that the actual information that I have is like in my head months old now, and so some of it
Yeah.
got scrambled. But uh, if anyone's interested in whether or not I'm right, go look it up.
So this is
Um,
one of only 3 male yellow. Well, if we count the Alien Rangers, that's 4. But in terms
it's
of like
Alien Guy,
seasons,
it's Dustin, and it's
Chip,
Chip. I was gonna call him like Chad or Chuck or something.
Chuck.
Uh,
There's
good
nothing
old,
like inherently funny about Chuck, but for some reason it cracked me up that was a go-to.
good old Chucky Finster.
Chuck.
I guess Chucky would be called Chuck as an adult, wouldn't he? Fucking weird.
Yeah. Yep. Hmm.
Uh, but and I don't mean that all grown up bullshit. Fucking,
Hmm.
I hated that show. Anyway, okay, so Brody, he becomes our Red Ranger, just like his dad, who is the Red Ranger, and just like Mick, who is also the Red Ranger. That's right, we get 3 Red Rangers, and this isn't a matter of like Quantum Ranger or something. No, they're all just different variations of the Red Ranger. Which, okay, look, I
Yeah.
recently watched a video going into the lore of Power Rangers
Slightly
powers
different
and how they work.
sashes.
The lore of how Power Rangers powers work,
Yeah.
and like it's really cool. Like we kind of already know this, but to clarify, what happens is the morphers essentially punch a tiny miniaturized wormhole
Hmm.
that lead to the morphing grid, which is an extra dimensional space full of energy, and the energy is all color coded. And when you access the power through a certain channel, dinosaurs or fucking cars or whatever,
Yeah.
right? It accesses a different area of the morphing grid, and that area has a full spectrum of
Dinosaurs,
color.
cars, animals, cars that are also animals.
Yeah, yes. Um, But so like the Jungle Fury powers are accessing a different area from the RPM powers, which is accessing it from differently from the Zeo powers, et cetera, et cetera. But
Yeah.
each little sliver of the morphing grid they have has a full spectrum of color. But you do different colors because if you try to drain multiple sources of the same color, the same point in the energy grid, it's going to lead to energy imbalance. At best, you're not going to have enough energy to sustain a morph, and you're going to do that Adam shit where he was like parts of his morph body were phasing off of him in mid fight. Um, at worst, you're going to get too much energy and you'll fucking explode. Um, the quote "too much pink energy is dangerous" is now forever immortalized thanks to Linkara, who, by the way, I watched his reaction, or not his reaction, but his review of Once and Always, and he had like a mental breakdown realizing that he accidentally changed the cultural consciousness of Power Rangers with his pink energy quote because they referenced it in Once and Always.
That's great.
And he was like, "Did I alter the writing of Power Rangers? Oh my god!"
That's great.
Um, but
But yeah, so we've got 3 Red Rangers.
well, yeah, which is a problem, right? Because like that shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Because again,
And
the Quantum
the Yellow
Ranger,
Ranger's dating she's a White Ranger this time, right?
yeah, we'll get to it, but
Okay.
the Quantum Ranger, like he accesses the power with a different kind of morpher than all of the Time Force Rangers do. So
Yeah.
it could argue that he's a Red Ranger, and like you could say like of a different team, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because he's accessing it through a dinosaur thing. right?
Yeah,
Like he would be a different category.
yeah. He doesn't have the DNA morphers. He's got the Quantum Ranger dinosaur morpher.
Yeah.
Uh, but like for all the others, if there is a shared color, then they can only skirt by that limitation by making different shades of the color. So like
Hmm.
Tori from Ninja Storm is an extremely light blue, like an aqua blue. Whereas
Blake.
Blake, sorry, he's so fucking forgettable for me. He's like a dark, like navy blue. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
he's got
okay,
a
well,
badass
at least
costume.
at least they're different enough versions of the colors that like you could argue there's probably enough space between
Yeah.
their sections of the grid that they're fine.
Yeah.
Um, but these are all the same fucking red.
Yep.
Having two of them should be exceedingly dangerous. Having three should fucking kill them all. And it's not like, well, they only do it one at a time. No, there's a shot where they're all three morphed at the same time.
Oh yes. Yes, there is.
So Ninja Steel is the worst because it breaks the rules of Power Rangers.
I don't make the rules.
No, I am kidding, but I am legitimately like, I do have to take points off, and this will be a consideration I make when we're thinking of where it ranks. I have to
Sure.
consider it actually fucks up the lore of the entire franchise as a whole.
Yeah.
Because that's like the core concept of why don't we just have a bunch of Rangers of the same color? Now, again, we did have like the In Space episode where they all temporarily were Blue Rangers, but like
Yeah.
we also don't know how they did that. Like it could be that they all adjusted their morphers to access blue temporarily. But I choose to believe that they just fucking spray painted themselves.
I love that idea. Just they spray painted them back
Yeah.
after they did it.
Or not even just like spray paint the suits while they're wearing them, demorph and then remorph, and it's
Oh
like,
yeah,
okay,
it'll like magic,
yeah,
recreate itself from scratch.
yeah.
Um,
Uh,
yeah, that's a fun thought.
so like because we're not like entirely sure of how exactly the mechanics of that worked. We could be like, okay, there's plausible deniability. Like we can give that a pass.
Mm.
And it was cool. It was cool. We hadn't really seen anything like that before. But
Yeah.
this is like, okay, but they should know better than to do this shit.
Yes.
Um, we've had this lore for like over 20 years at this point. Um, actually,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's interesting.
it was like 25 years actually for Ninja Steel. So the fact that they were like, yeah, let's just do three Red Rangers. Don't even fucking worry about it. Do you want to make them different shades? No. All right.
Ninja
Um,
Steel does have the 25th anniversary special, doesn't it? I'd
it
forgotten that for a
does.
second.
It does. Okay, now my bitching aside, we can actually talk about the other Rangers. Preston, we got the second Sudarso brother. Um, Peter Sudarso actually, he got a pretty good gig. He not only got to be a Blue Ranger in this series, but he got to be a Red Ranger in Hyperforce, which I know people don't take
Oh,
Hyperforce seriously, but like I like it, so fuck you.
that's fun.
Um,
Also, his magic show at the beginning, he does like a quick change that's genuinely impressive.
yeah, he changed into a dragon costume in like
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah, I'm like, they're painting it as like, look how much everyone hates his magic trick. It's like, you all fucking suck. That was brilliant.
Yeah,
This
how the
dude's
fuck did you do
talented.
that? Because if that wasn't magic, that was super speed, which is a different thing to be shocked and amazed by.
Yeah, like, how are none of you impressed? This is a great magic trick.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, so I think he's actually pretty good at magic. And after he
Hmm.
gets his ninja powers, okay, they make the claim that the ninja Nexus Prism or the powers or whatever, they'll like it's really vaguely worded. It's like it'll grant you a wish or it'll make you a better version of yourself based on your idealized whatever. but it only ever does it for Preston,
Hmm.
and it lets him use actual magic.
Yeah.
Um, so I guess whatever. Now, I think a better explanation is that we know magic exists as a separate concept from the Morphin Grid
Hmm.
in this universe.
Yeah.
Like, there can be overlap, right? Like, you can have magicians who also morph into Power Rangers, but
Hmm.
you don't need to be a Power Ranger to use magic.
Yeah.
Um, but so, like, wouldn't it be fun if it was like, yeah, I don't know, like Agatha All Along situation, like is like a baby witch, and he just tapped into magic naturally. Um, but no, they're like, yeah, the ninja powers will like they word it like they're going to give them civilian powers, but they don't. No one else gets anything.
Hmm.
You know what? That's 2 points of bad writing I brought up back to back, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but again, it's going to affect the rankings. Uh, okay, we got Sarah is the third one. She is the Pink Ranger. Um, okay, from what I recall, a lot of the series focuses on Sarah. Actually, she's like a super genius, and I guess like kind of an egomaniac about it at some points, and has to learn
Yeah.
to chill the fuck out.
Hmm.
Um, which is nice. We always like the hey, just because you're special doesn't mean like you have a right to act like an asshole all the time. We like those kinds of stories, and it's nice that they gave it to a girl for once. We're finally allowing women to be intelligent in Power Rangers. And I don't just mean like emotionally intelligent. I mean like she built her own hoverboard. And when I say hoverboard, I should be clear. I don't mean like the thing in Vines or pornos or whatever where it's got the wheels and it's essentially a Segway without the stick that you grab onto. No, no, no. I mean Marty McFly fucking in
Yeah.
midair. Uh, because I guess this school is like an MIT style, like mechanics, because they have a huge shop class area. Like it's an
Yeah.
entire fucking building.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, I have to assume it's like a magnet school for building shit.
Yeah.
Um,
And they've got like a huge like outdoor like car parts and stuff
yeah.
zone.
So she goes here and she's like super genius.
Hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is her mom part of the story?
I don't remember.
I mm, I think I'm thinking of someone from Dino Fury.
Hmm.
Uh, oh, I'm thinking of Ollie's mom. I think.
Y- yeah. Yes. 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 Yep. That's what you're thinking of.
Okay.
Took me a
Uh,
second. I got it. Yes.
all right. But anyway, Sarah, she seems fine. I don't really have a whole lot to say about her. Now we have the couple. The Yellow
Mhm.
Ranger Calvin and the White Ranger Haley. Um,
Yeah.
and more importantly, and I know it might sound crazy for how much I bitch about the romantic chastity in Power Rangers to be like there's something more important than the couple, but there is. They have a dog,
Oh yes.
and you guys might
Hmm.
again, if you're not super tapped into Power Rangers, go, what's the big deal? The big deal is it took 25 years for us to have a fucking pet on this show.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like people have been stated to have off-screen pets, or maybe like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers might bring someone in for show and tell that they apparently have in high school. What the fuck was that about, by the way? Uh, but like, or like there would be a one-off episode animal that you might see, but it's like no, this dog is a main cast member. It appears in the opening credits and appears behind Haley, but it still
Yeah.
appears.
Yeah, that's fun.
I think his name is like Cody.
That sounds right.
Um, he's a big old fucking Siberian Husky. I literally thought she had a wolf uh, as a pet because he's a big fucking boy. Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah, they are a couple, and that is a big deal because we've had like romantic subplots, but no one ever officially gets together as a couple. Fucking West,
Yeah, and they just show up that way. They're like, "Yep, we've been dating. We're
yeah,
here."
which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, they still don't get to like kiss or anything for most of the show, but whatever. We'll take what we can get, I guess. Again, my mandate for whatever they do with Power Rangers from now on, let it be horny.
Yep.
They're
It
teenagers.
deserves
Let them make
it
out.
deserves to be.
They even in the 2017 movie, which was trying to be way more gritty and edgy and everything, they literally showed a trailer where Jason and Kimberly were making out, and they cut that out of the movie. Like, God damn
Yep.
you! I mean, I
Yep.
don't ship those two anyway, but the
Yeah,
the
fair
point
enough.
is, there was supposed to be some canoodling happening, and then they decanoodled it.
They decanoodled it. We keep talking about the kind of innate sort of. It's not even
Sensuality.
subliminal. I was gonna say subliminal eroticism, but it's not subliminal. It's like Divatox has this giant boobs hanging out.
It's
It's
pretty
like
overt.
there's nothing subtle about this shit.
No, no, it's not. You, you, like, aside from the Rangers themselves wearing extremely skin tight,
Yeah.
morph suits, uh, like, yes, there are a lot of characters that are, look at, like, Astronema. Look at the strut that she has. That shit,
Oh
that's
yeah.
not a normal walk. That's a
Oh yeah.
fucking walk.
Yeah.
That's a, I'm gonna step on your dick and balls and you're gonna thank me kind of walk.
Yeah.
Um, even like okay, because okay, have you noticed that when an actor has a face that is visible, they have to be shown in the opening credits, and there's a huge string of seasons where, as we know, Power Rangers takes suits and costumes from Super Sentai, but in addition to the costumed characters, they would add in an extra character for Power Rangers that's just a hot lady.
Yeah.
So, like, Divatox, Astronema, Trakina, Vipra,
Yep.
Toxica, like,
Yep.
there's a bunch of those
Yeah.
where it's human woman with extra shit around her. What, villain daughter, ice cream head, what, Time
Wait.
Force.
Shit. Fuck.
You know who I mean.
Damn it.
You know who I mean.
Yes.
Rancic's daughter.
Shit. Yes. Fuck.
Oh no, I forgot to think about Time Force. I gotta fucking kill myself.
Oh no. Oh my god. Is it Nadira?
Yeah, okay, yes, it's Nadira, thank you.
Okay. The word just floated into my head and I was like, I've heard that word somewhere. I have no idea if it's the right word here or not.
Oh, yes, okay, thank you. But yes, she's one of those as well.
And even when they don't have like midriff and like bare arms and stuff, that it's like there's always one,
they're there, even if their designs are butt fucking ugly. Like
the vor fetish lady who keeps eating flit.
Well, okay, no, she's hot, Camille, No, when I was saying even they're there, even if they're butt fucking ugly, I was getting ready to say Lothor's two nieces.
Oh yeah,
Like again, I'm not saying the girls are ugly. I'm
yeah.
saying what the fuck are they wearing?
They made them up to look ridiculous instead of hot. Yes.
Yes, but they are still hot women playing monster lieutenants or whatever in Power Rangers.
Yeah,
So
and then there wasn't one in SPD, and then they decided to make Morgana an adult. It was like, ah, shit, now there's one.
yeah. So if
But I
anyone
remember watching SPD being like, that's weird, and there isn't one this time.
if anyone thinks that we're weird for finding attraction to Power Rangers, I say Uno reversed. You're weird for not noticing it before because it's been there the whole time.
And speaking of attraction to Power Rangers, this season's Pink Ranger.
Sarah?
Yeah. I think she's the one that was picked as like, oh, this is like the super hot model one. And I don't know why I'm getting that vibe. I'm just like, because like the other one, I don't know any of these people's first names. I know Calvin's name because we said it a dozen times earlier. But I don't remember anyone else's name, Haley. That it's like she's kind of more on the actor side of like that's an attractive person who's doing a character. But with with Sarah, it's like, oh, you just got like a super model here.
Well, they also put a lot of focus on her.
Yeah.
For the stories, but you know, I'm going to be real. I think Haley's more attractive.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
Also, on the supermodel front, it makes sense because he's playing like a celebrity, but Gold Ranger country singer guy is He's like, oh, that's a fucking supermodel.
That's right out of a Calvin Klein ad on the Power Rangers set.
Yeah, I get the same vibe from those two, from Sarah and him, where I'm like, oh, you went and got the hottest supermodel you could find for this.
Yeah. Which I guess, speaking of, okay, his name is Levi.
Yes, I remember that now. I didn't before, but now I do.
He is like, is he a singer?
Yes, he's a country singer.
Fuck him. He deserves to die. But, okay. My feelings about country as a genre are well known. Okay, but he's a traveling country singer, and okay, spoiler. Let's get this out of the way. He's Aiden. He's the brother, the long lost brother of Brody. He got brainwashed or some shit. I can't fucking remember, but like he literally forgot that he was Aiden, and he just became this persona of Levi. What's his face? And okay. He is the Gold Ranger, and as much as I want to be like, God damn you, Power Rangers, for making me have to deal with a country musician, technically they didn't. Sentai made the Gold Ranger, and okay, I have a term that I like to believe I popularized called reverse weeb. A weeaboo is an American, typically, who fetishizes Japanese culture because they're a big fan of anime. So like the idea is like an otaku is just someone who's like way too into anime. Because like you got an anime fan, then you have an otaku, which is someone who like buys up all the figurines and the body pillows and everything. I wouldn't know anything about that as I lay on this bed next to my Mina Ashido body pillow. But then a weeaboo is someone who's like, not only is anime great, but Japan is great. And in fact, Japan is superior. And I studied the blade, and they buy a kimono and a cheap katana, and they like slice a water bottle in their backyard. And they're like, God, I'm so fucking cool. And they're not. So we might think it's like a one-directional thing, like it's simply Americans fetishizing Japanese culture, but no. After Pearl Harbor, quite frankly, Americans and Japanese people have actually developed a very strong relationship, and we now have Japanese people who fetishize American culture. So that's what I call a reverse weeb, and their Gold Ranger is like the height of reverse weeb. It's like, okay, we're going to have a Power Ranger that is a cowboy with a cowboy hat built into his helmet.
Yes.
He's going to have sequins and spurs and shit, and his morpher is a burger. Americans love burgers, so we will morph using one.
Oh, dear God.
They changed it. They changed it in the American version. For some reason, they didn't let him keep the burger morpher.
What the fuck?
And I want to point out, it's a burger that unfolds and it has like a sheriff's badge inside, like a
Oh,
star.
what the fuck? That's even funnier.
The burger morpher does appear very briefly in Steel, but they don't actually use it. So,
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, well.
I changed my mind. The show's 10 out of 10. It's better than Time Force. Yeah, they do have an episode where he remembers that he's Aiden, and him and Brody are on stage playing guitar at the same time. How the fuck does Brody know how to play guitar? He was trapped on a spaceship for 10 years, whatever. But yeah, okay. Again, I can't say a whole lot for overarching plot because most of it is just either like I'm trying to find my brother, and then that plot line is resolved once they find out that Levi is his brother, or it's usually just one-off problem of the week solved by turning some of the Ninja Steel into a new Power Star.
Yeah.
And Galvanax is really like a nothing villain, and he ultimately gets defeated in the season 1 of the show, and in doing so, they also find out that their dad was trapped inside the Ninja Nexus prism this entire time. So he just comes out, and they accidentally also make Mick a Red Ranger. I think it was like, what was it? It was like him and Brody both got sucked into the prism, and then it wound up releasing all 3 of them as Red Rangers. But okay, look. First of all, you could argue that. No, actually, fuck that. I'm going to be critical about this. All right, there's one red Power Star.
Yeah.
The dad had it first, and then Brody had it. Now, we know how transfers of power work in this show. It's not like One for All from My Hero Academia where you get to keep the vestiges of it, and yet it seems to imply that he just gets to keep the power that he had, even though it's the same fucking power that Brody had, but at least he had the power at one point. Why the fuck does Mick have it? It's like it's duplicated the power.
Yeah.
And again, that's not how Power Rangers fucking works. Because it's not like one of them is the Red Ranger, and one of them is the Scarlet Ranger, and one of them is the Crimson Ranger. Those would be 3 different shades of red. These are the same fucking red. Their sashes, as you said, are different. I think one is a black sash, and one is a white sash, and one has a whatever other fucking sash.
Yeah, it's like a different design, or it's a slightly different sheen, or something like that.
Or it's gold, or some shit. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
And it's not like this is a one-off event. Later on, I think the dad only shows up for the finales, right? I think he shows up in the Super Ninja Steel finale, and he has Ranger powers still, or at least he has one of the swords. And we see Mick turn into the Red Ranger again at other points, so it's just like, what the fuck? Yeah, anyway, who cares? They beat Galvanax, and then the Fox lady, who is much more interesting as a villain, winds up taking over for Super Ninja Steel. Can't remember her name. it's like Kutagen or some shit. I don't fucking know. But
Sure.
so like she's got a kitsune theme going on. You know, she's a sly fox. She's sort of a shadow manipulator. She was always behind Galvanax, sort of whispering in his ear and stuff. And she gets to be the big bad. Um, uh, if anyone hasn't watched Voltron Legendary Defender, first of all, do it. It's good. Ignore what people say. Listen only to what this person says because I'm superior. But uh, it reminds me of how they treat Hagar in that show. Hagar is like the evil witch that works for the royalty of the show. Um, Zarkon or Lotor. Uh, she she's like a lieutenant. She's in the background, but once they're both dead, she becomes the main villain of the show. Um, and she is the final villain, and she uses a lot more like intellectual shit to win the day, and she becomes a big fucking threat. Um, she actually goes to destroy a multiverse, so yeah, big deal. Uh, I want to point out the final battle of that show exists in a liminal space between universes. It's really cool. Watch Voltron Legendary Defender. But yeah, so it sort of reminds me of that. This Fox lady, she's like, I was playing the long game. I was smart and I survived. And Galvanax is fucking toast. So I'm in charge now. Um, it doesn't really matter. Again, I can't think of a single like plan or scheme of great import that these guys made. The closest you can come to is that the anniversary episode happens, but I'm pretty sure she has next to no input on that anyway. So like, who cares? But let's talk about the anniversary episode real quick, which is Dimensions in Danger,
Yes, I think.
which I believe opens up on us seeing Tommy in his little cabin in the woods that he lives in, just out of Reefside. I believe
Yeah.
he's still
Yeah, we
around
get to see
Reefside.
that. We get to see that little house from Dino Thunder again. That's nice.
Yeah. And uh, I can't remember if it was confirmed in that episode, but we have had confirmation. He is married to Kat. He has a son named JJ.
He mentions JJ in that scene, I think.
JJ is a pretty big deal in the comics, actually. He becomes a ranger,
Hmm.
um, which is really cool. Uh, so he gets accosted by some villains. And, okay, what these guys do, they kidnap a bunch of veteran rangers and then make evil robot counterparts of them, which it's not new to have Robo Rangers. Um, but I think this is the first time that they have been in the form of their civilian forms and have their capability to morph.
hmm
Um, and they are also able to, again, breaking the rules, duplicate the powers. Um, and, okay, look, if I'm going to harp on this, no, you know what? It is different. I was getting ready to say I should be fair and I should criticize the Boom Studios comics, but no, they do it differently. Because look, they have an army of Mastodon sentries in Lord Draken's army, like,
hmm
but they're literally saying that they've modified them to be weaker than the original Black Ranger. They are splitting up smaller amounts of the Black Morphin energy.
Hmm.
So they are using versions of the powers that are made to be mass produced. They're not trying to be full power Black Rangers simultaneously.
Hmm.
So it is different. Um, because like they do that with the red power coins to a smaller degree, right? So like the Mastodon coin has split up its power into like I don't know, fucking 1,000 different ways. So really, all these guys get is like a minor buff to their speed and strength and stuff. They don't even have weapons like proper like hammer space weapons. They have guns and like they wear flak jackets over top of their black Mastodon suit because they need
Hmm.
extra protection.
Interesting.
But the Red Rangers, there's only like 2 or 3 of those, so they're treated as like royal guards, and they
Hmm.
get like big old fucking lances, and they get like capes, and they're treated as much more imposing. It's really cool. So like even the Boom Studios comics is like, yeah, the only way you can have multiple Rangers of the same color is if you specifically modify the powers to be weaker versions, or if you do some insane shit where it was like, hey, all of our powers got blocked, but Tommy's power still works, so they channeled their powers through his power coin, so they technically became
Hmm.
their own, like their suit molds are the same, but they're now palette swapped to be green.
Interesting.
It's like technically they are drawing on green energy, but in different ways, and they're doing it through like a subsidiary channel. So it's like it's different. It's technically there's only one source that's drawing the green energy. It's just then diverting the energy into 4 different morphers.
Hmm.
I'm getting too into the weeds with all this, but my point is, um, there are other series that do the whole like we have multiple Rangers of the same color better. Um,
Hmm.
uh, why did I get on this again? I was talking about the robot.
I don't know. I lost track.
Sorry. Anyway, the point is, so like they make the robot. Oh yeah, because they mass produce the robots. That's
Yes.
why.
Okay.
Um, and they never, to my remembrance, they never say anything like, yeah, we specifically weakened the powers so that we can mass produce them. So I don't know what the fuck deal is there, but anyway, uh, okay, what the fuck was their plan? Because they have an army of Power Rangers robots, but then they also have these arrows where it's like if they shoot 3 of these arrows, they'll destroy the universe.
Yeah, it was like we're gonna open the gateways between universes, and like
No, no,
that's gonna
no. I think they were going to
everything's gonna like implode or
They, they
something.
they were going to puncture a way into the morphing grid, but
Okay. Okay.
if they did that, then the infinite energy of the morphing grid would just devastate the universe and it would destroy it.
Yeah.
So why even do the robots? Because they would all die. I don't understand what the plan was. Again, I'm sorry, not great writing for Ninja Steel, but
Yeah.
the long and short of it is they wind up saving a bunch of the veteran Rangers, and we get like what would you say, like 2 dozen Rangers on screen at one point?
I think so. Something like that.
It's like 6 and 6 and 6, I think. So it's like 18, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we get a lot of returning random people this time. That's fun.
I think TJ is one of them. We brought him up.
He might have been here. I know that Wes is here, which is cool.
Okay, you know what? I think I might have been thinking of Wes actually.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
very happy that Wes was here. That's nice.
yes.
Um,
We we
and we
yeah
brought back Coda.
we did bring back Coda. Yes.
I love Coda.
Coda is fantastic. We also get another crossover at some point with specifically Coda and Preston. So it's
Yeah,
just
that's
a bunch
fun
of
since they're
brothers.
brothers. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
And
Love it.
I just really love Coda.
Yeah. Coda is great. He's legitimately like he's really high up on my favorite Blue Rangers
Oh
list.
yeah. Oh, for sure. And yeah, and we get to see Trent again.
Yeah.
The
That
first
was
time we've
great.
seen Trent since Dino Thunder, I think.
Yeah, and we haven't seen
He
that
was
since
he
then.
was in the SPD. He was in Wormhole. But otherwise, yeah,
Yeah, and that still counts. It's a crossover.
yeah,
Um, yeah, Dimensions in Danger is like okay. Everything that includes Tommy is cool, and everything else is sort of whatever. Because here's the thing.
yeah.
First
That's
of
true.
all, Tommy gets to fight his own evil robot duplicate, which this man's got a lot of experience fighting other versions of himself. He fought his Green Ranger
Yes,
clone. He fought the other versions of himself in his mind in
yes.
Fighting
Fighting Spirit.
Spirit. Yeah,
Hmm.
like he does this a lot. Um, he fought Draken in the comics. Uh, So he gets to fight his own evil robot counterpart, and then he unveils the Master Morpher.
The Master Morpher.
He has built a morpher that can specifically tap into every variation of his powers that he's had.
Mm.
The uh, green Dragon Zord powers. Okay, not the white tiger powers, but the white ninja powers. I don't know if he also has the tiger powers. Um,
Interesting. Yeah, that's a good
uh,
point. I didn't think of that.
the red turbo powers, the red Zeo powers, and the black Dino Thunder powers.
Yeah.
Uh, and
Hmm. And I like that he goes backwards through them.
yes, and I also like that it is the original Dino Buckler, but it's gold instead of silver.
Yes. Yeah, that's fun.
Which, by the way, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Morpher in Ranger, the Sentai
Hmm.
that's from, they are
Hmm.
called Dino Bucklers, and it's just a name that makes sense to me, so I tend to call them Dino Bucklers because Mighty
I had
Morphin
never heard the
Morpher,
term before, but I understood what you meant, so it's a very intuitive phrase.
because Mighty Morphin Morpher is too fucking stupid and difficult to say.
Yeah, it's very alliterative. It borders on tongue twistery.
Exactly. Um, but yeah, uh,
And it's
so
like
that's
it's a belt
cool.
buckle thing.
Yeah,
It's great.
you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Um, and and also the final arrow that gets shot that would fucking annihilate everyone. It like it's
Mhm.
mid-flight, and Tommy's like, "I can save the day," and he summons the White Falcon Zord,
That's awesome.
which we haven't seen in forever. And what's the last time we saw the Falcon Zord in the shitty ass fucking 1995
I was
movie?
about to say I'm reasonably sure it was that movie. Was the last time we saw it.
Insane. Last time we saw him was fighting Ivan Ooze.
Yep.
Uh, But yeah,
Awesome.
he flies up, he grabs onto the arrow with his little talons mid-flight, and then turns around, does a fucking U-turn, and I think hits the villains with the arrow and saves the day. And so,
Hmm.
now here's the problem. I love Tommy, but this special is the Tommy Oliver show with the Power Rangers as side characters,
That is true.
which you could argue was a lot of like Mighty Morphin and Zeo and whatnot, but like the things with those is that they were entire seasons, so we had episodes that we could dedicate to other characters. Whereas
Yeah.
this is a singular crossover, which, okay, this is one episode, right?
Yes, just one.
What the fuck is wrong with them? This should have been a two-parter.
Yeah.
There's too much shit in here for it to be one episode, and so
Yep.
nothing gets time to breathe. And it makes it especially egregious that like we have all of these other Rangers, but we don't get to see or hear from. I don't think Trent even gets to speak.
Oh. Oh. No, I
Yeah,
think that's right.
yeah. Like when you brought up
Because
Trent,
I feel like I remember like looking at him being like, "Say something cool, Trent," and he didn't.
and he didn't exactly. That's what this crossover is, because all of the screen time is devoted to Tommy, and
Yeah.
again, I love, look, Jason David Frank, rest in peace. Like, he's a true veteran of the franchise, and he deserves the respect, but, like, you can't bring in all of these characters and not devote any time to them. Look at Forever Red. Forever Red was also a single episode, and it put a lot of reverence on Tommy in that as well. But we still got to have TJ talking about his fucking pizza and some banter with Wes and
Yeah. They all get a good moment.
Eric.
Eric, yes.
God, why am I struggling with Time Force so bad today?
They all get like cool moments together and like some unique brief little character moment.
Yeah, the fucking Alien Ranger shows up, and we don't know that motherfucker's name.
Yeah, and to be fair, he only says like, "Hey, I'm here," and then he says "Red Alien Ranger," and that's it. But you know, he was there.
Yeah. But that's still 2 more lines than I would have expected them to give him.
Yeah. I was telling Miranda about Trent, and I was like explaining why I think he's awesome other than the red visor. And I was like, yeah, just in general, like his suit looks badass. But I was telling her that it's like there's a portion of that show where he decides that he's just so evil, he's gonna fuck up everyone he runs into for no reason. It doesn't matter what side you're on or what your motivations are. There's like a 2 or 3 episode stretch where he will just fuck up anyone he runs into for no reason at all other than just 'cause I'm evil. And that's awesome.
Yeah. Also, it's really rare where Power Rangers really dives into mental health issues.
Oh yeah.
And, like, okay, you really got to reach for it because they're so afraid to give you anything in this regard.
Mm-hmm.
There's an argument to be made that he starts to become suicidal.
Yeah.
Like, he keeps going out to this pier, and the pier is, like, so that he can draw. But, like, there's shots of him just staring off at the water, and, like...
Yeah, when you match this with that he's going out there just picking any possible fight he can.
Well, like, okay, because his evil personality is picking all those fights, but
yeah,
poor Trent, he's being possessed, and he doesn't like what he's doing. He's not getting sleep, nightmares all the time. He's being hijacked by this evil entity.
Yes.
Like, there's an argument to be made that he's literally, like, thinking of killing himself and ending it. And it's really distressing to see the toll that it takes on him. And I think it's really important because the juxtaposition of what he's going through with the Rangers only seeing the side of he's coming in and he's fucking their shit up every episode. And like, we gotta kill him. And Tommy being like, I told you to keep an open mind.
That was my favorite part about that season. He's like, dude, sometimes shit happens to good people, man. Trust me on this.
It really hurts him personally because he's been through it. He's like, stop treating him like he's the villain. He's a victim.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's allegorical for a lot of shit in real life, and it hurts. And, I don't know, it was beautiful. I loved that. I really loved, again, we didn't touch on it as much as I would prefer, but it's Power Rangers, so they can only get away with so much. I really like the bits that we did get. Ninja Steel. They beat Fox.
Oh yes, Ninja Steel. I was about to say that it's kind of telling for Ninja Steel that we keep tangenting on other seasons.
Yeah. I think we have to call it because I got nothing else to say about Ninja Steel, so let's rank it.
Okay, do I have anything else to say?
Yeah,
Gold Ranger suit looks cool. Good design.
I would not call it cool. I think it's unique.
Okay. I'm a sucker for blue and gold. If you put blue and gold on something, I'm like, that's nice.
If you put sequins on something, I think it fucking ruins.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a good point.
He does have an electric guitar as a weapon, so that's fun. I
That
do
is
like
fun.
that. Um, Wait, were there any other Rangers? Because it's the six Rangers and then the two other Red Rangers. That's it, right?
For Ninja Steel, yeah.
Okay. It feels like a show that would have extra Rangers, but no, they're all just fucking red. So I guess
It
not.
occurred to me that this is the first season to have neither a green nor black ranger.
Yes, which is why it's
Interesting.
bad.
You need one of them. We keep talking about the sleeper Green Ranger hit. Black Ranger tends to fill the same kind of role. If you get
Yeah,
rid of both of them, you don't have your sleeper hit.
I'm actually talking with a friend of mine right now about playing Henshin, which is
Ah,
a tabletop role playing game for Power Rangers,
cool.
essentially. And you pick like your character class, quote unquote. You pick a
Hmm.
color, and each of the colors are like defined by certain personality traits or themes. And like I think they did a good job of taking the very disparate sorts of characters that share colors in Power Rangers and finding
Hmm.
unifying themes. Um, Red is like a young, um, overzealous, like trying to be a leader kind of character. Still has a bit of a wonder and a passion for the world. Um, Blue tends to be a more serious, brains over brawn type, whereas
Hmm.
Black is the opposite. They tend to be a cool, laid back, bronze over brain type. Yellow tends to be a supporting role that brings the team together. Uh, and Pink is very emotionally driven, quote unquote, the heart of the team. Green is a little bit of a weirdo who has some of the greatest potential of anyone on the team, if
Hmm.
only they could actually realize that potential. Um, Gold is like a veteran who has been scarred by their experiences. No. White is a veteran that's been scarred by their experiences. Gold is a truly exceptional person that could go solo. So like they have to find reasons why they want to be part of a team.
Hmm.
Um, Silver is like a mentor figure who needs to let go of their preconceptions that they know better. Which even does fit Gemma because she sort of is condescending towards Flynn.
Yeah.
Um, and there's a lot of things like I think Purple is like a duplicitous character who is in the team for extremely selfish reasons. Um, uh, and and can be kind of like self-serving and like orange. They even include orange, which isn't like a normal Ranger color. We've seen maybe like two in
Yeah.
the entire franchise, but they do orange for like basically the Justin role. Like you're a kid, you're a little goofball, and no one is sure if you really belong in the team, so you got to prove yourself, kind of
Yeah.
thing. Um, it's cool. It's a fun game. You can download all the resources for free. You should check it out because it's pretty neat. Um, but okay, yeah. Let's do these rankings before we find other non-ninja
All
stuff
right.
to talk about.
All right. Your current list has RPM in first place,
Hmm.
followed by Time Force, SPD, Dino Thunder, In Space, Dino Charge, Jungle Fury, Lost Galaxy, Ninja Storm, Zeo, Mighty Morphin, Lightspeed Rescue, Mystic Force, Turbo, Samurai, Wild Force, Operation Overdrive, and Megaforce in last place.
Okay, let's focus on the middle of the list around Zeo and Mighty Morphin. What did you have above those?
All right, so Ninja Storm is just above Zeo and Mighty Morphin.
Okay, again, I'm not the biggest Ninja Storm fan,
Hmm.
um, but I at least have more to talk about with Ninja Storm than with Ninja Steel.
Yeah,
And Zeo, let's see, like Zeo's just a classic series. Um,
very.
it doesn't get like too crazy, but we do have episodes like Vulcan Skull and the Alien Planet and whatnot, and we
Yeah.
have the mystery of the Gold Ranger, and
And I can remember King Mondo's name.
Yeah, it sure can. And the Zeo powers are dope, and the suits are dope. I should say I like the Ninja Steel suits. I think they look
They are
cool.
very cool suits.
I'm not as big a fan of their morphers. They
Yeah.
seem chunky and plastic.
Big obvious toy morpher. And
Yeah.
another one where the morphing sequence just takes like a half hour.
Yeah. Okay, I will say I do really like, because again, I'm a little bit of a weeb. I do like that they do the turn, in their like group morph shot with like
And
the
like the
panel
tornado-y
fun.
thing going on too.
Well, because like, okay, they're drawing reference to a certain type of classical Japanese theater. Uh Kumie, I think it's like, okay, it focuses a lot on like, you know how we have the red velvet curtain for Western theater?
Yeah.
They would have sliding bamboo doors that would open up to reveal the production on the stage. And it was, if you've ever seen like the guys that do the stomp and they put their palm out and they like twirl their head around and they're like, "Yoo." It's
I
that.
haven't, but that was a fun sound.
They make that sound a lot. It's and like a guy from CP9 in One Piece is modeled after them, and Jiraiya from Naruto is modeled after them. Like, they're defined by big, grand gestures, sort of over the top movements. That turn that they do, it's very much akin to that sort of theater production, and you see the flower petals and everything. So like they're referencing that shit. I like that.
Yeah, that is nice.
I am still going to have Zeo above that. Mighty Morphin.
Getting tough.
What's below Mighty Morphin?
Lightspeed Rescue.
Lightspeed Rescue. Because their villains should be cooler than they are.
Yeah.
But
it's another one where I've kind of forgotten the villains. I know it's demons, but I don't remember the new names.
I do still like the villains more than the villains for Ninja Steel, because like I remember Prince Olympius and Queen Banshira.
Okay.
And Diabolico.
That sounds familiar.
You know what? Yeah, this is going below Mighty Morphin, and it's going below Lightspeed. What's under Lightspeed?
Mystic Force.
Mystic Force. They have Xander.
They have Xander. Hey, Xander. Like, I feel like you said that as a joke, but
no, I was being serious.
He's so fucking likable.
I was being serious. He's more likable than any of the Ninja Steel cast.
Oh yeah, by a lot. He's just an insanely likable character.
The Mystic Force team runs from a spectrum of Xander to Nick, in terms of likability.
Yep.
See, because they also have cool side rangers, and it's so rare we can. Just go below that. What's below Mystic Force?
Turbo.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, I was expecting that reaction when we got to Turbo down the line.
Fuck. Turbo has like the Blue Centurion, and it has the Phantom Ranger.
Those are cool.
And it's got Divatox's banging titties. And
and you can't forget that this is the one where they get baked into a giant pizza.
Fuck it. You know what? We're getting crazy in here. It's going below Turbo. What's below Turbo?
This is going to be a really easy decision for you. Samurai.
Yeah, well, it's above Samurai, so.
Yeah, yes. All right. We're putting it below Turbo and above Samurai.
Again, it may seem a bit extreme to go that low.
Well, you know what? The thing is, there's nothing in this season that I hated. Like, and I don't feel as strongly about any of the continuity issues as you do. but it's just like
There's
what's funny
nothing
is when
positive to talk about.
yeah, when we started this episode, I was expecting to rate this one in like the top half because I was kind of forgetting some stuff. Um, because I was like, well, we're back in the period where I was more or less having a good time episode to episode. But then I remember that I've always been having a good time episode to episode. There's only a few that I like really didn't like, but there's nothing to stand out here. Um, the closest to anything comes to standing out here is I like the brother plot line, and I like the guy that plays the brother, the Gold Ranger. I like Levi; he's cool. And but otherwise, yeah, there's just nothing in here to elevate it.
Latch onto.
So like when you're talking about Turbo, and it's like, I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous, but like that's all memorable stuff
I was gonna
that
say,
I
it's at least
enjoyed.
memorable.
Yeah, like yeah, Divatox isn't a great villain, but maybe for the wrong reasons, but she's very memorable.
Well, it's not just her boobs.
I
It's also
know.
her mom.
I'm just amusing myself. But like in the Blue Centurion, that it's like, yeah, that was cool. I remember him, and I remember stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, All right, so yeah, so let's look at mine now. Uh, Dino Thunder in first place, followed by RPM, SPD, Ninja Storm, Time Force, regrettably, Dino Charge, In Space, Jungle Fury, Lost Galaxy, Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Lightspeed Rescue, Mystic Force, Wild Force, Turbo, Samurai, Operation Overdrive, and Megaforce in last place. So, what's really funny is I'm having the same thoughts that you had about like Mystic Force and Turbo,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also like, I don't remember anything about Lightspeed Rescue either. And so like Lightspeed Rescue and this feel very similar to me, but like currently looking back, this is tough because I feel like I like it. I feel like because I don't remember anything about Lightspeed Rescue, I want to put it above Lightspeed Rescue. But because I remember a bunch of stuff fondly from Mystic Force and Wild Force and Turbo, I want to put it under them. Wild Force feels oddly placed there.
A lot of the Lightspeed Rescue stuff that we were taking into consideration earlier in our rankings, like a fucking year or two ago, whenever we did this, was because like Carter is a really strong Red Ranger,
That is
and
true.
a lot of the story with Captain Mitchell and his daughter and his son, um, Ryan and whatever the Pink Ranger's name is.
Yeah. Oh, and we've got the Sky Cowboy. We have a sleeper Green Ranger in here.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
his relationship with Miss Merriweather and all
Yeah.
that stuff. See, is it coming
Yeah.
back to you now? Like,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's all. Yeah. It goes under that. Um, so then, yeah, Mystic Force. See, I've got to think because our bottom five are jumbled. So my Wild Force is in a different place than yours, and I'm like, do I like this more than Wild Force or not? Because I've got Turbo under Wild Force. And I feel the same way you do about Turbo compared to this, but I don't know if I feel the same way about Wild Force compared to this. So this is getting tough. This is a tough
for
decision.
me, I actively hate a lot of stuff in Wild Force.
You have it third to last.
I hate Princess Shayla's stupid fucking flowery ass preaching, and then suddenly turning into a fucking kung fu dominatrix all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I hate Master Org's shitty ass 70s porno outfit and his terrible fucking motivations for being a villain. I hate fucking Animus and his fake ass environmentalism bullshit.
Okay, I think I remember what happened. I think that I allowed Reinforcements from the Future and Forever Red to bump Wild Force a little bit because those elevated the season for me. You
I
know,
hate Merrick's
on the weight
stupid
of those, I'm
fucking
going to do the
acting.
same thing here. It's going to go
Sorry,
under Wild Force because of the same reasons.
sorry.
Uh,
I gotta get this
oh,
out. I hate
what?
Merrick's stupid fucking acting.
Yeah. So Forever Red and Reinforcements from the Future bump Wild Force. And then, yeah, I'm feeling the same way about Turbo. I definitely feel the same way about Samurai, where I was just actively bored and uninterested for most of that season, with the exception of Antonio. Um, yeah, this will go similarly above Samurai and below Turbo. And, that puts it, uh, fifth to last for you and fourth to last for me.
Look at you, Turbo, breaking out of the bottom five. You go, girl. Uh, Truly a success
And
story.
it's also really funny because at the beginning of this, I was like, we're probably not touching the bottom five for a while or ever again. And so I was saying at the beginning, like, it's cool that our bottom five wound up being the same, and now they're not because Ninja Steel had to come and ruin everything.
As it always does. All right.
All right,
Um, so
Beast Morphers is next.
yes, I'm
Okay.
excited to talk about that one.
Yeah.
Um, so we are past the hour and a half mark, so I do kind of got to wrap this up.
Yes.
So everybody, thank you for listening. You can find us on the Cape Corner Discord. You can keep up to date on the episodes as they come out. You can make suggestions for episodes that you want to hear. Um, Jordan, they can find you on the Fandom Optimists.
Hmm.
Uh, and they can also find the Fandom Optimists as part of the Hall of Pods podcast network, which also includes True Believers, a comic book podcast, and the SJW Comic Book Club, and Movies to Watch Before You Die. Um, I think that's it. Wow, fucking record time for my
Hmm.
promotional stuff because I'm not interested in spruiking my goddamn Tumblr anymore because whatever. So,
Hmm.
um, everybody, thank you for listening. Stay strong, stay true to yourselves, and remember, we can all be heroes.